This is a podcast by Jason Goodman to demonstrate various basic Photoshop editing skills with the software Photoshop Elements 11. If photography organizing and editing is your goal, then Adobe Photoshop Elements 11 is the software for you. With this wonderful software, you can do amazing picture editing, as well as create and share your photos with friends and family. As the marketers of Photoshop will tell you, this product is an ultimate playground for bringing out the best in your digital images, transforming them into anything you can imagine, and showcasing them in extraordinary ways. It is great for amateur and professional photographers because of the wide variety of toolsets available in this software. This software is also free for Indiana University Southeast students through IUware. An amateur or professional photographer alike could utilize Photoshop Elements to organize and edit personal photos with quick and easy tools to improve the quality and enhance the colors and beauty of her pictures. This software makes it possible to do an abundance of things, from fixing red eye, correcting picture eyesores, such as items that need to be cut or removed from pictures, such as the paper in this photo, cutting out a portion of a picture, changing the dimensions of a picture, changing the color contrast, and more. One with beginner photo editing skills, as well as those with experienced photo editing skills, will find this program appealing. In this podcast, I will introduce some basic photo editing concepts and take you step by step through the process. This is mainly geared toward beginners, so the concepts will be relatively simple. I will start with fixing a photo with red eyes. Photoshop Elements has a specific tool for red eyes under the Quick toolbar, which can be accessed on the top right here by clicking Quick. And here you'll see the red eye removal tool. I'm going to click this, and then you can set the more specific parameters here on the top left where it says pupil size and darken amount. So if I want to make it darker, make it to 83, and here I'm going to left click it once. So that eye was pretty successful. We'll go to the next eye. This eye was pretty successful. You can see there's still a glare on the left side of the eye a little bit. If you wanted to get into stronger detail with it, use the eyedropper first. The eyedropper allows you to copy a color. We're going to copy this, and we're going to go to the paintbrush, and we're going to paint over it. Now we have a little black. A little darker black. Go back to the paintbrush. Make this a little smaller. And just blot it out a little bit so it smooths out. Okay. Let's zoom out and see how that looks. Okay. That is better than it originally was. So we successfully completed our goal of getting rid of red eyes. Next, I will look at how to crop a photo. First, I'm going to grab this rectangular marquee tool, and then I want to highlight the area that I want to take out. So I'm going to highlight the flower because I want to get rid of this background. It's not necessary for whatever reasons. I'm going to cut it out with either Control X or Edit and Cut here. Then I'm going to paste it in a new image. A new image I can press Control N, or I can go to New, and they have Image from Clipboard, which makes it convenient. So it's its own new photo. I missed a little bit of the border here, but we'll just leave it how it is. And the next skill I wanted to show you is how to sharpen an image. This image itself is already a bit on the lower quality side, so it will only sharpen to a certain extent. But to sharpen an image, you go to Enhance on top, and you can do either Unsharp Mask or Adjust Sharpness. I will do Adjust Sharpness. So at 100%, Usually, if you're not sure about these parameters, you can experiment with them. You can always undo whatever you try, so there's no harm in trying anything. Okay, I'm going to undo to show you the difference. Okay, so you can see there is a difference, even if it's only slight. If you feel like it's not enough, you can always go through the same process again. Here's the difference. Step 3, step 2, step 1. And that's how to sharpen an image. Next, I will show how to brighten an image. I'm going to utilize a tool in Photoshop Elements called Auto Smart Fix. This is a tool that guesses based on the picture and tries to improve whatever aspects it feels like needs to be. So, there's nothing you need to select. I'm going to go to Enhance and Auto Smart Fix. So you can see it realized that the picture was already dark, so one of the things it did was brighten it. That's before, and that's after. Next, I'm going to show you another built-in convenient tool that they have on Photoshop Elements, which is the Make Dull Skies Blue tool. So basically here you have an image that has a darker sky and you'd like to make it bright. But since clouds are complicated images, it may not be so simple. But now they have a simple tool for you. So all you have to do is click the tool, and you want to click, hold, and drag to whatever aspect you want to make blue. So it automatically makes a border on the tree if I wanted to just do this. So now everything here is blue. I could also keep dragging and do behind the tree as well. It's just taking a little longer to fill because there's so many lines around there. Alright, now we have a blue sky. Here's a before and after. You can see there's a very strong difference here. We'll do one more of those. Again, simple. I'm going to highlight all this. And here we go. It's very simple to just highlight what you want and the sky will turn blue. Now I'm going to show you how to improve yellow teeth, or to make teeth more white. I'm going to go ahead and use the quick selection tool. Let's say if time is of the essence. This is a simple, flexible highlighting tool that allows you to highlight more complex images, complex shapes. That was bad. I'm going to undo it with Control Z and try again. That was a little better. We'll try that. On the right here, you can change various color contrasts. I'm going to go to saturation, and I'm going to brighten it, whiten it. Here we go. And now we are done. I want to get rid of these. There we go. But you can see that she has much wider teeth than she did before, as you can see. Now we will use a tool called the blur tool and the smudge tool. If you ever want to fix certain marks or wrinkles or anything on your face like that, if you want to smooth anything out, these are the tools to use. So in the case of this older woman here, we're going to zoom in to get into a bit of detail. I'm going to start with the smudge tool and see how it goes. So let's say I want to improve the wrinkles under her eyes. So I'm going to hold and click and smooth these out. As you can see, it's already making a marked difference. So there's lines here too. I could keep playing around if I wanted to. It's pretty much up to me which parts I want to smooth out. I'll go ahead and demonstrate doing it only on this side of the face so you can see a clear difference of what the difference is. And again, if I'm not content with any specific change I made, I can simply undo it. I can undo as many steps as I want to. So you don't need to worry about messing up. Alrighty, so in a short amount of time, this is the difference when you smooth out using the blur or smudge tool. Blur tool does about the exact same thing. You may have slight differences. To beginners, it may not be as noticeable, but it will accomplish the same goal. Now, I'm going to demonstrate using a slightly more time-consuming and complicated tool called the clone stamp tool, how to remove an image within an image. So in this case, let's say I want to remove this piece of paper. To do that, I have to basically recreate the rest of the plate of what's under this piece of paper. So first, I'm going to zoom in. Alright, I'm going to take this clone stamp tool back. I can adjust sizes and everything up here. I'll go ahead and keep it how it is for now and see how I like it. So to use it, you hold Alt and you click at the area that you want to replicate under the area you're erasing. So I'm going to start here, click, and now I simply click, hold, and drag. As you can see, there's a slight crosshair to the side of it. That is the exact coordinate that you're imitating at that given moment. So if I kept going, it wouldn't let me continue because it's now replicating the paper, which I don't want. So that's why you got to take smaller strokes. It's more time consuming, but again, removing something from a picture is not necessarily easy. And I'm not going to get into too much detail with making it perfect. On to that last one. Alright. Now we have the smoother area behind the plate. As you can see, it's smooth as well. I'm starting to copy the paper again, so I'm going to try and fix that. to use it more precisely, you hold Alt, hold click, and go the direction how far away you want to be from the cursor that is copying from. So here, it's on the left side. If I held here, went upwards, the cursor would now be below it. So it's copying whatever's below it. So that makes it easy when there's less space on other sides to copy things. So now I want it on the right side of it again, so I'm going to do that. Slightly downwards, be nice. I'm getting a little too into details, but again, this is the general idea of it. Now we have the paper here. So we want this to be the color of paper. Alright, here it is a little more specific. Might as well finish since I'm this far. I'll zoom in a little more. And in this little area right here, I want this to be this. And there we go. So let's see the finished result here. And there we have it. There no longer appears to be a piece of paper on that plate. This concludes my tutorial of Photoshop Elements 10. I will quickly breeze through all the changes we made in the photos. First, we have the change in red eye. Second, we have the Auto Smart Fix feature. Third, we have the quick selection tool to select the unique shape of the teeth, and then a change in saturation to make them appear more white. Then we have the Make Dull Skies Blue tool. Then we have the smudge tool, or the blur tool, which in this case help this lady appear to have less wrinkles in the second photo. Then we have the adjust sharpness feature, which gives a more sharper feel to an image which may appear more blurry at first. And finally, we have the clone stamp tool, which can be used for various things, but in this case we use it to make a piece of paper disappear from a plate. Again, this is just a more basic introduction into photo editing. I intended to demonstrate skills that would be very useful for beginners to experiment with photo editing. There are plenty more tools to explore if you want to learn more. The best way I found to discover new tools and new ways to edit photos was to simply not be afraid and play around with various settings. I also encourage you to look into other tutorials. I hope you continue to follow your curiosity in creating your very own photo masterpieces. Best of luck. Thank you for watching.